Imagine scrolling the internet and feeling like you're walking through a chaotic funhouse. Everything looks interesting and confusing and sometimes ridiculous. Information is everywhere. But not all of it deserves your trust. This is where critical evaluation becomes your secret weapon. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being smart. Because the moment you start asking the right questions, the noise fades, and the truth gets easier to see. So let's break down how to evaluate information without losing your mind. First, consider who created it. Author expertise matters. If someone claims to know everything about epidemiology because they just feel it in their soul, that's not good enough. You want someone who has some actual training or experience. Check their background, their track record, and what they've contributed to the topic. If they're just a random username with a cartoon avatar and big opinions, that's a red flag. Then, there's purpose. Everything published has intent. Some want to inform, others want to sell. Others want to stir emotion, so you click, subscribe, or get angry. Ask yourself why something was created. Was it meant to educate or influence? If the tone feels like a pep rally or a rage-fueled rant, pause. That's a clue. Accuracy is the backbone of credibility. Look for evidence, real evidence. Sources that name studies, research, data, or reputable references. If someone says studies show but never mentions which studies, that means nothing. Always ask, where is the proof? You don't need to be a scientist to spot the difference between facts and fluff. Bias is everywhere. Even experts have preferences and perspectives. The trick is recognizing bias instead of being fooled by it. Emotional language, words designed to inflame, are signals. Content shouldn't make you angry before it makes you think. Calm information usually signals logic. Hype and outrage usually signal manipulation. You should also consider time. An article from 2009 might not apply in 2025. Knowledge evolves. Facts get updated. New studies replace old assumptions. Don't accept outdated info as current truth. Just look at how often science news changes. Recency matters. And here's where cross-checking comes in. One source is never enough. If multiple credible sources match, the information is more dependable. If they conflict, dig deeper. Misinformation thrives when nobody verifies claims. There's also your inner alarm system. Sometimes something just feels off. Not because you disagree, but because the claims don't line up with logic. When that happens, slow down, ask questions. Healthy skepticism saves you from spreading nonsense. And don't underestimate emotional manipulation. Some content is designed to bypass logic and go straight to outrage. If something instantly spikes your mood, step back. Calm minds evaluate. Emotional minds react. Finally, be willing to let go of questionable content. Not everything deserves investigation. If something lacks expertise, lacks evidence, or fails the smell test, discard it. Move on. Protect your attention. Your attention is valuable, and misinformation feeds on those who read carelessly. In a world full of loud claims, bold headlines, and viral nonsense, trusted information is gold. And you can find it with a sharp mind, a curious approach, and a willingness to question before believing. Be skeptical, be curious, and remember, the truth never fears being examined.